Cruise lines increasing their prices seems to be a common topic recently, and today unfortunately is going to be no different because we have price increases from Carnival Cruise Lines. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to today's video. Carnival Cruise Line price increases. Yep, they are raising their rates again. They're going to be raising their rates on the gratuities, and they are going to be raising the rates on their Wi-Fi service. Now, this is something we've seen all of the cruise lines doing recently. But Norwegian Cruise Lines, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, different cruise lines within the Carnival Corporation, Princess, Holland America, all have had rate increases recently. So it was a pretty common subject talking about that at the end of 2022, and it looks like the beginning of 2023 is going to be no different. So Carnival Cruise Line sent out an email letting everybody know about their price increases, how much they're going to go up, and when they're going to go into effect. I'm going to go ahead and share that email with you guys. So dear Carnival guest, we are writing to let you know that we will be adjusting internet prices and onboard gratuity guidelines with all cruises based on the schedule below. However, we will honor existing prices for prepaid internet purchases and prepaid gratuities per the dates outlined below. So effective January the 16th of 2023, internet prices will go up for the social package, will go up to $12.75 per day. The value package will go up to $17 per day. And the premium Wi-Fi package will go up to $18.70 per day. Gratuities will increase effective April the 1st of 2023. Standard staterooms will be $16 per guest per day, and suites will be $18 per guest per day. Remember, there is still time to save. You may prepay your gratuities and pre-purchase internet at the current rates as follows. So if you purchase before January the 16th for your internet, your social internet will be $10.20 per day. The value internet will be $14.45 per day, and the premium internet at $17 per day. Gratuities purchased before April 1st will be standard staterooms at $14.50 per person per day, and suites at $16.50 per person per day. Access My Cruise Manager using the Reserve Now buttons below to secure the current rates for any Carnival open sailing. As a reminder, unless they are prepaid, recommended gratuities are automatically added to your onboard sail and sign account as a convenience. However, while on board, you are free to adjust gratuities at your discretion. No adjustments will be made after the cruise. Our onboard team members work hard to provide exceptional and friendly service, so we hope you will agree that this slight increase is well deserved. We look forward to welcoming you on board. Sincerely, Sarah Reno, Vice President of Guest Operations. So there you go. That is the price increases from Carnival Cruise Lines directly from Carnival. Now, as far as the onboard Wi-Fi goes, for the social package, that is a 55-cent increase, a $2.55 increase for the value package, and a $1.70 increase for the premium package. Now, the only thing I really have to say about the Wi-Fi increase is the price has gone up, but the quality of the internet has not gone up. So this isn't for a new and better internet service. This is simply an increase in internet service that, quite honestly, on some of Carnival ships barely works at all. So I'll ask the question, is an increase in internet price worth it if the value or the functionality or the reliability of the internet doesn't go up with it as well? You know, it's one of those situations where it's like, hey, yeah, we know it kind of sucks. We know it needs to be upgraded because there are better options out there, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to raise the rate. Me personally, I think they should have fixed the problem. That way the rate increase would have been a little more justified. Now, as far as gratuities go, this is a $1.50 per person per cabin increase in what they are doing in the gratuities. Now, this is the second time that Carnival has raised their gratuity rates. They just raised them back in May of 2022, and now here we are raising them again. And the mandatory gratuities, well, you know what, they're a very touchy subject because not everybody agrees with what cruise lines do with the gratuities, the fact that they're mandatory. And while you're seeing a lot of cruise lines decreasing levels of service, you continue to see gratuity rates go up. So it's creating a little bit of controversy. Now, a lot of people say the crew is very hardworking, it's well deserved, they earned it, and they should get a raise. And I completely agree with that. I love crew members. I think crew members work very, very hard, and I have no problem with crew members making more money. But you also have a lot of people that say gratuities should not be forced. They shouldn't be mandatory. They shouldn't be automatically added to a shipboard account. Tips, gratuities should be given out based on exceptional service and not forced upon passengers as part of crew members' pay. And I can see both sides of that argument. I really, really can. And while if you don't believe in the gratuities, you of course can go down to guest services on your cruise. You can have them removed. People do that. They will have the gratuities removed, and instead they will tip out in cash to individuals that provide them quality and excellent service. So which side of the argument do you fall on? Do you think the cruise line should continue doing what they're doing, which is required gratuities? They put it on your account automatically. They raise them whenever they want to. Or are you on the side that believes that everything should be included in the upfront price? This is the price of my cruise. There's no required gratuities. And if I feel someone on board the ship is deserving of additional, I will tip them out personally. The more I look at this subject, the more I talk about this subject, I personally, and it's only me, I don't speak for anybody else, think the gratuity system on board cruise ships honestly should just go away altogether. I think eliminating it solves all of the problems, solves all of the confusion, and honestly just ends the discussion. Look, pay the crew members a little bit more if that's what's required. If you need to raise the price of the cruise a little bit to cover that, I understand it. It's all up front. This is what my cruise is going to cost. Then I will get on the cruise ship, and if I receive exceptional service, I will tip the individual for exceptional service instead of the current plan. So if I get on a cruise and I have bad service, and that doesn't happen very often, okay, but if I get on a cruise and I have bad service, it's just bad. Now it's my responsibility that I have to go down to guest services, spend my vacation time standing in line to adjust or remove the gratuities, or just accept the bad service and still pay the gratuities. Because honestly, I think the tipping culture is getting a little bit out of control. Seems like no matter where you go, what you do, the do you want to give us a tip seems to be coming up all over the place. I order a pizza for Tiffany to pick up on her way home. It's not being delivered, anything like that. Just order it. She picks it up on the way home. And there at the bottom of the order is, do I want to leave an 18% tip for her picking it up? I understand if it was delivered, but we're picking it up and they still want a tip. You go get a coffee. They want to know if you want to leave them a tip. Everything nowadays is, do you want to leave a tip? So for me, it's getting a little bit out of control. So yeah, I say include the tips in the price of the cruise. Call it gratuities, call it a service fee, call whatever it is. Put it in there. Make sure that money goes into the pockets of the crew members that it's supposed to go to. And then if I receive exceptional service on board the ship, I will pay extra. That's what I think. I know not everyone agrees with that. I know that's not going to be everyone's choice. And that's okay. We all cruise a little bit differently. I just think that that would ease the problem, ease the issue, if not just make the issue go away altogether. Because I have also noticed a decline in service. Not because the employees are getting bad, not because they're of a lesser quality than they used to be, but there have been staff shortages on ships. There are less crew members versus guests. They're having to do more work. They're stretched thinner. And so while the crew members are still working very hard and still earning what they earn, as passengers, you do see a decline. You don't see your room steward nearly as often because they are so busy with extra stuff that they have to do. How many people recently have been up on a Lido deck, no matter what cruise line, and maybe noticed that there's not as many waiters, servers coming around to even take your drink orders? When we were on the Carnival Breeze for Halloween, they were doing a major deck party, a Halloween deck party, and they didn't have a single solitary server walking around trying to take drink orders. When we asked about it, they said they didn't have anybody available, and passengers were actually walking around and taking drink orders for people. That way not everybody had to go down to the bar at once. So there is a noticeable decline in service, but an increase in gratuities. But you guys let me know what you think about the Wi-Fi price increases, the gratuity price increases. Would you like to see it just all in one price and then you tip out and then you give tips out as you feel is necessary? Or do you want it to stay under the current system where you just prepay your gratuities? Don't worry about it. And if the price goes up, the price goes up. You're willing to pay it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about Carnival Cruise Lines and their current price increases. All right, and that's going to be our cruise news video for today. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day, and like always, we will see you out on the high seas.